It's the voices for the voiceless, different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. We speak voices for the voiceless. Yeah, yeah. It's the voices for the voiceless, different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. We speak voices for the voiceless. Yeah, yeah. It's the voices for the voiceless, different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. We speak voices for the voiceless. Yeah, yeah. It's the voices for the voiceless, different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. We speak voices for the voiceless. Yeah, yeah. It's the voices for the voiceless, different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. We speak voices for the voiceless. Yeah, yeah. It's the voices for the voiceless, different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. We speak voices for the voiceless. Yeah, yeah. It's the voices for the voiceless, different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. We speak voices for the voiceless. Yeah, yeah. It's the voices for the voiceless, different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. We speak voices for the voiceless. Yeah, yeah. It's the voices for the voiceless, different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. We speak voices for the voiceless. Yeah, yeah. It's the voices for the voiceless, different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. We speak. All right. Welcome back to Voices for the Voiceless. You already know it's your boy Jay Taylor, waiting on my sis, Mika, to pull through. And so far, you know what I'm saying? We got a nice amount of people in the chat. I appreciate y'all. A-Child, as always, she said, hey, Voices, you already know we love A-Child. Muse Black, what's up, bro? He say good afternoon to everyone coming into the chat. Caesar's greetings. Yes, indeed. Welcome to the Voices for the Voiceless, everybody. Peace and blessings. Yes, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, A-Child. I appreciate you, the fact that you love the intro. That's what's up. And we got Queen Nisimo, our family, our sister in the building. Much love. I'm in prayer. And for you, my brother, Uncle Muse Black, yes, indeed, man. We still got our brother Muse Black in our prayers. Just let me know if y'all can hear me clearly, if I'm clear, so we can get the show started. We haven't been live for a while, you know, the holidays. I hope everybody has been enjoying their holidays. Hey, what's going on, my bro, DV Wild Wild? You know what I'm saying? Salute to my Chi-Town homie, DV Wild Wild building. Hey, there go my sis right there. Bless girl in the building. What's up, Bless girl? How
What up? What up? What up, bro?
you? Man. Hey,
What
Chad,
it do?
I love you too. Beautiful. Appreciate that.
And
Um,
hey, everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for stopping through.
yeah, definitely. So right now we in the midst of the holiday season. How has your holiday been so far, blessed girl?
Oh, it's been good, bro. I had family, we was able to fellowship with one another and, just enjoy. the time and the kids, and so you know, it's been good for me. I was blessed to see another year, so I'm grateful to God for that. To be
I
able
know
to
that's
just
right.
fellowship and in good health. You know what I'm saying? And family in good health, friends. Just blessed to be alive, bro.
Absolutely. See DVY speaking to you. You say,
Hey, bro.
yeah, and A child. She said, hello, bless
Oh,
me.
hey, sis. How you doing? How you doing? I hope y'all had a Merry Christmas.
Yes, indeed. We look
Yeah.
forward to the new year, in a couple of days. And man, it's been a lot going on. We haven't been live for a while, with our schedule tied up, family and everything. I got a chance to, spend some quality time with my son and my mom and my sister and everything. And really just enjoy, family and my mom was a little under the weather, so I stayed with her a few extra days just to make sure she was straight. So she's feeling better. So that's a great thing. The holiday season,
Yeah.
you be off, but you get time to really spend time with your family and get that quality time in. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's a blessing too, bro. That's
yes,
just a blessing.
absolutely. And it's been a lot going on. People, hey, take care. Make sure you taking you watching your vitamins. I got to give me some more and taking your vitamin C, drinking plenty of water because it's a lot of stuff floating around here. People been getting sick, with
Mm-hmm.
flu-like symptoms lately. So just make sure that you're definitely keeping that in mind. Drink plenty, stay hydrated. Like I said, drink plenty of water. And man, we can get to the show. The topic at hand, as the title says, illegal migrant set lady on fire on the subway in New York and other illegals protest in Cali. So this has been an ongoing situation with this current administration, and I do want to just kind of like, because it's a very unfortunate situation that happened on the subway in New York, and I want to share the screen so you guys can get a glimpse of this if you haven't heard. But yeah, this is pretty sad to say the least. Shout out to the content creator Anton Daniels, and without further ado, we'll stop and do some commentary in between. But I want you guys to check this out if you haven't heard about it.
Police are calling it one of the most depraved crimes a person could possibly commit against another human being. A woman is dead after being set on fire in the subway, and tonight a person of interest is in custody. Fox 5's Kendall Green is in Lower Manhattan Live now, where police just issued an update on this unbelievable case. Kendall.
Hi, good evening, Arthur. Police just announced an arrest in this torture by murder, and they said that this victim didn't even know the suspect. So let's take a look at the video from the scene earlier today. Now, around 7:30 this morning, the victim and the suspect both rode the F train to the end of the line at the Stillwell Avenue subway station. Now, police say the victim was seated when a 33-year-old man, a migrant from Guatemala, who police haven't identified yet, approached the female victim and set her on fire with his lighter, her clothes fully engulfed. Now, online videos of the incident, which we're choosing not to air, shows the victim standing on the car, taking steps with her entire body in flames.
Let's stop there. We're going to get into the whole thing. I want to make sure that we mine this out because I thought this was only going to be a quick hit on the Millionaire Morning Show, which you guys should subscribe to, and make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description, as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Some of the best information that you can get out there. I thought that this was only going to be something quick when I seen the headlines, because I didn't think too much about it. But when I start getting into the details, this is one of the most heinous, grisly things that has happened. But more importantly, who should be responsible and who should be held accountable for this? Because this is an illegal migrant from Guatemala that is on the F train, riding it to the end of the line, and then decides to light somebody on fire.
Let's stop that right there, sis, because I think people don't understand the gravity of this situation, because a lot of people have been running with the narrative that, you know, these people that come over here, all of them are seeking asylum, and all of them are trying to work and pick cherries and strawberries, and that's not the case. When you have open borders, you know, anybody and everybody is subject to coming to your country. Just like if you have your door is unlocked at your home, that allows any intruder, regardless of their intention, to come in and out your home. So my understanding is that this particular individual, the illegal immigrant, was deported in when Trump was in office back in maybe 2017 or 18. And then when they opened the border again, I mean, he came back to the country again when they opened the border during this current administration. And at this particular juncture, this lady was asleep on a subway in New York, and he just lit her on fire. Never heard of nothing like this. What's your initial thoughts, sis?
It's just sad, bro, because that's the thing that people have been speaking on for a while. Like, they left this border open, and you allowing these people from these different countries that are, you know, serial killers, you know, they are coming from out of mental institutions. And the sad part is, like, I mean, the fact that this lady was asleep and she was homeless. Like, what possessed this man to just set her on? Like, I don't know. When I initially heard about it, I was really heartbroken, because I'm like, that's a bad way to leave. Like, she had no way to defend herself, in that situation. And we wonder why, like, things happen, because I'm not trying to go off topic, but with the Daniel Penny
Mm.
situation,
No,
like,
you on topic. You on topic, sis.
if we would have had like a day, would this have taken place? Because as we can see, there's a lot that go on these subways. And I just, I don't know. I just feel like at this point now, we don't know who is in this country. We don't know the terrorists that's in this country. We don't know, because the border has been wide open, and we know that these people from prisons, the prison was just left wide open for them to just come here. And so it's just unfortunate. Like, I really, my heart go out to that, that lady. I don't know whether she was young, but she was a human. And that was just so inhumane, to even do that. Like, I've just never, it's like, I just never heard of anything like that,
Absolutely. I
in
never
the
heard.
public eye.
And yeah, you touched on some good points, because Daniel Penny got a lot of flack because of the situation on the subway in New York, where a young man came on, Jordan Neely, and was threatening to kill people on the subway, and he apprehended him, and unfortunately, it led to him being Jordan Neely being placed in a chokehold to subdue the young man, and unfortunately he lost his life. But when we look at this situation, what if, like you said, what if there was a Daniel Penny that was a former Marine that was trained to protect citizens, was on there and saw the guy moving funny, like he was gonna do something to her in her sleep? I mean, I would rather be on the train with Daniel Penny, but they tried to make it out a racial issue. And this is just a prime example on so many different levels. Queen Isimo says an illegal immigrant, also known as a undocumented immigrant or illegal alien. This definition known in every country. All right, every country has border control. I mean, you have to protect your home, and you have to protect your nation. And this is just a prime example of that situation. So yeah, I want to go ahead and continue this video with Anton, because just to get some more clarity on what actually happened.
Trump warned you guys, and he said it. He said, listen, they're letting over here some of the most crazy people that I've ever seen in my entire life. They're letting the jails out. And the American people are sitting here voting in favor. And then let's be clear, even though Trump won a popular vote and he also won all of the battleground states, there was still, according to the polls, over 70-something million people that voted for Kamala Harris. And I'm not really sure if it's because it's not affecting them directly, right? They're not on their doorsteps. They're not in any of these inner cities. But when I think about the fact that New York City is blue as ever, even though there's a lot of people that moved over to the Republican Party, New York City is blue. Chicago is blue. Oakland is blue. California is blue. New Mexico is blue. Colorado is blue. The cities that were affected the most and destroyed the most by the migrant crisis. And then you see something like...
I want to touch on that too, because he has an excellent point. The sanctuary cities, and since you can attest to this, that have this issue going on are largely, blue cities. They're Democratic. Not largely all of them. I don't think any, red state would even allow or entertain anything to this magnitude. And we're going to get into it a little later. I mean, we've been touching on it, but, Mayor Brandon Johnson in Chicago, for example, and the governor of Illinois have been going against the grain, so to speak, when it comes to Trump's plan for mass deportation. And it's like, you run the risk of being, on so many different levels. They're just trying to clean up what is what we call the criminal element in the country. You know what I'm saying? And this mayor is saying that he's not going to comply. He's going to protect the illegal immigrants, and it's just insanity. You know what I'm saying? What these people are, the elected officials. So you guys, they talk to me on that. What's your thoughts?
Well, I told you before, it all goes back to, I think that Brandon Johnson and a lot of these other mayors are really just puppets. It's the governors that we really need to be kind of focused on too, because a lot of this stuff cannot transpire or go on without the assistance of the governor. So, I just and again, like you were saying, as far as uh the the actual sanctuary cities, you have you named out Chicago, New York, and all of these cities are where the migrant, and they are blue states. Is based on what Anton said, and I've said it before. So they're not; these people are not being dropped off into red states. It's only the blue states. But then again, they're dropped off, but they're migrating into these other areas. So but yeah, it's in my opinion, I've gave my opinion when it comes down to Brandon Johnson, and I think that he's just a puppet, and it's something way deeper than I feel like what meets the eye as to why these people are going so hard for these migrants, and trying to go against Trump's plan to deport them. So yeah.
And I'm happy that you said that, because I got a message from the new Borders Eye Tom Homan directly to blue states, and particularly the Borders Eye is coming dead at Brandon Johnson and saying that Chicago is going to be the epicenter of mass deportation come January 21st, once Trump takes office. So that's just it's just crazy, because I'm here in Chicago and just imagining ICE agents, because the government understand, if the government, the local government, the mayor and the governor are not trying to work with Trump and the upcoming administration, they're going to have to send ICE agents. They're going to have to send more agents. So it's going to be ICE agents going through the neighborhoods in Chicago looking for illegal immigrants, instead of the the local government just working with ICE agents where they won't have to deport so many, dispatch rather so many agents, ICE agents. With that heightens the level of security in that particular neighborhood. So, it's going to get very interesting, and they got a lot of work ahead of them. So I want to share this video, and this is a message from incoming Borderzar Tom Homan to the authorities that want to go against the grain.
How you doing? So look, if I offend anybody today, I don't care. Some of the media says I'm offensive. I'm okay with that. If I get to live in their minds rent free, that's kind of cool. Hey, look. For the last 3.5 years, I wake up every morning pissed off. About what this administration did is the most secure border in my lifetime. I've worked for 6 presidents, starting with Ronald Reagan. And every president I worked for took steps to secure the border because they understood you can't have strong national security if you don't have border security. We didn't know who's coming in, what's coming in, where it's coming in. No one was better than President Trump. He was one badass president who secured the border at unprecedented levels. Illegal immigration at a 45-year low. Illegal immigration down 83 to 90%.
Now, I want to stop there right there, sis, because he made an excellent point. Trump did a great job with the border, but you know who also did a great job with the border? Barack Obama.
He did.
Barack Obama deported more illegal immigrants than any sitting president during his 8-year term, and it's just ironic that you would have a president, Joe Biden, who was Barack Obama's vice president, coming in and go a completely opposite direction, and we have, I wish I had the clips available of Joe Biden himself saying we need strong borders and no nation can survive with illegal immigration.
So that goes to show you, that tells you right there that something is going on. Like, why? How did your stance change? Like now, like why? How? Again, we'll get into it, but that goes to show you he's not controlling or running anything.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a puppet, It's just happening. It's just happening to fall up under his administration. He's the president. So, but yeah.
So we could go ahead and continue with Tom. I like Tom Homan, man. He pretty much, he the type of guy, he holds no punches, and he just tell it like it is, like Trump.
and we gonna have to really keep this man in prayer, because he got work cut out, y'all. Like, he got so much work cut out, with trying
he came out
to
of retirement. He brought back retirement to handle the migrant crisis.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely got to keep Tom Homan in our prayers, and the ICE agents that he's going to be dispatching, and the illegal immigrants. We don't want nobody to be hurt unnecessarily. It's just laws of the land that have to be implemented.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Extraordinary work. Joe Biden is the first president in history of this nation who came into office and unsecured a border on purpose. Not by mismanagement, not by incompetence. They unsecured a border by design. The first day I smiled.
Now that's crazy shit, because we just said that. Like, and Nisimo just said it right here. Sis say this how we know Joe isn't running the White House. Exactly. So why would you do that by design? You unsecured
Exactly.
the border by design. It wasn't no mistake.
It wasn't a mistake. I'm telling you, it's some powerful people running this stuff, and it's whoever it is. They definitely don't like the United States of America. Okay.
No, I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, because I told you, it almost feels like we're in somebody else's country, like we're invading somebody else's country. For the
Yeah,
past 4 years, that's exactly how it feels.
and I'm glad you said that, sis. How crazy is it that the other side of this title, illegal immigrants protest in California, they protesting outside ICE headquarters. That's how emboldened these illegal immigrants have gotten in this country. That they came here illegally and they feel that they have some type of citizenship, some type of rights where they can even protest, and not only protest, but protest in front of ICE headquarters in
So,
California.
which lets you know who is instructing them to do that. These people don't speak English. You understand? A lot of them don't. How do they know to even go there and protest? My point is, these people are literally instructed to do these things. And I feel like I don't know what's done transpired in Venezuela and all these countries where these politicians have went over there and made some type of deals. But these people are coming as if we're invading their country.
Right, like we in their
Right.
country.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nisi most that Mark 12, 13 through 17. Jesus affirmed that his followers should pay taxes. So them illegal immigrants, let me tell you something. And I don't have nothing against none of them because I understand, hey, if the government gave me and my people another government in another country, like, come on over here, run up a bag right quick on at our taxpayers' expense, and then you could go back home whenever you want to with a big old bag. You can't get arrested. The government can't do nothing to you. You got free reign to basically just run through our country however you want to and make you some money, and you're gonna be living lawless. Who wouldn't take that opportunity? But understand something. Y'all coming over here protesting, talk about how bad it is in your homeland. Go protest in your own homeland and make it better. Because that's what we had to do. In this country, our ancestors stood up and they fought for what they believed in and made it better. We didn't have an option to flee to any other country and just force ourselves on their government. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But I'm gonna let Tom home and cook because it's gonna get interesting.
When President Trump won this election, I woke up the next morning, I was happy. I smiled for the first time in a long time. Then I got angry again. Because even though they lost the election, they're still moving thousands of illegal aliens in this country every day. CBP One app still running. They're selling pieces of the border wall, for God's sakes, that you, the American taxpayers, paid for at a hefty price.
Hold fast. Let's. I mean, because he's dropping a lot of gems right here, so I hate to keep stopping it, but I forgot about that part, sis. Like the wall that everybody was mad about when Trump first term. I'm building the wall, and Congress fought him so bad about building that wall where he had so much trouble just building it. The supplies that's still there that he didn't get a chance to finish building, Joe Biden is selling it for cheap. This is taxpayers' dollars that he know that when Trump get in office, he's going to continue to build the wall, and now he's going to have to buy back the supplies that you sold off. Like, how bitter can you be to sit there? It's like, all right, I know you bought this car, but I'm gonna take out the transmission, and I'm gonna take the catalytic converter out and just dirty up the interior, just because I know you finna take it and have a good time with it. Like, how bitter is that? Like,
Mhm. Hey, I told you that, like some squatters. Like I just want to mess up the house before. Hey, I'm not going anywhere. You know, I'm just gonna try and mess up things before I leave the house. Hey, and I'm gonna have to be forced to leave. And before I leave, I'm gonna make sure I, put some holes in the wall. I'm gonna make sure you have to pay for the things that you shouldn't have to pay for. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
it's crazy. And Trump came out like, "Hey, Joe, would you stop selling the materials by the border, man? Stop it. You know I'm gonna have to buy it again, man. I'm building the wall, man." It's crazy. I never seen this level of petty from the government. Like, I know we know they petty, but that is insane.
Yeah.
And now we got Biden again. There is no smooth transition. They're going to destroy this country up to the last day they're in the Oval Office. But I got news for them. January 20th, the greatest president in my lifetime is going to walk into the Oval Office and take this country back. President Trump called me a few Fridays ago and says, okay, you've been bitching about the border for 4 years. You want to come fix it? I said, absolutely. I'm back. I got to learn how to retire. This is the second time I got unretired to come back for this president. But I love this president because he loves this country. I love this president because he wants to secure the border. I love this president because securing the border saves lives. What Joe Biden did by unsecuring the border is this: sex trafficking up over 600%. No suspected terrorists, people on the terrorist watch list, well over 300 apprehended. President Trump, in 4 years, we had 13. We ended catch release. Joe Biden's released at least 8 million illegal aliens in this country in violation of federal law. And I said it before, for the millions of illegal aliens that have been released in this country in violation of federal law, you're going home, and Tom Homan's going to make sure that happens. Think about this for a moment, what they did. They created the biggest national security vulnerability this nation's ever seen. I already said they arrested over 300 people on the terrorist watch list. But there's over 2 million known gotaways. Why did 2 million people pay more to get away? Why didn't they pay less to be turned over to the Border Patrol, be released within 24 hours, get a free airline ticket to the city of their choice, get a free hotel room at $500 a night, get 3 square meals a day, get free medical attention, and get work authorization within 120 days. Why?
Wow, and that's a lot to unpack. Because see, I want to stop there. A couple things that I want to highlight. One of them is this: that let's bring us back on the screen here. One of it is that illegal immigration, when there's a weak border, people don't understand how much, when we talk about sex trafficking and human trafficking that goes on in these other third world countries just to get here. Children are being human trafficked and sex trafficked when the border is not secure, because you don't have any authorities there, and then they're selling all type of things, even though their bodies, just to get into this country. But if you have somebody that's there that's securing that border, that's going to be minimized. Like you said, when Trump was in office, it was only 13 that they caught, opposed to now it's in the hundreds of thousands to millions. You know what I'm saying? That is unprecedented. And then on top of that, you think about all the children that have been, women and children that have been sex trafficked just to get into this country due to a weak border. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand that dynamic when they talk about illegal immigration. That's what he's talking about now.
Why did they pay more not to take advantage of this free giveaway program? because they didn't want to be vetted. They didn't want to be fingerprinted. These are your gang members. These are the ones carrying fentanyl across the border. And these are people from terrorist-related countries. After 9/11, we created all these databases. You got the FBI screening database. You got the DOD intel database. You got the visa security program, which stopped thousands of people from getting a visa to come to the United States like the terrorists of 9/11 did. So we vet them now, and we vet through the process. You don't get a visa if we find derogatory information in your background. But what terrorist today is going to put himself in a position to ask for a visa or ask for an airline ticket when he can simply go to Mexico and be a part of that 2 million getaway? I don't know how many terrorists cross this border under Joe Biden, but someday we're going to find out. And it's going to be a bad day for America. When that happens, we're going to have one badass president in the White House, and that's Donald Trump, who's going to make sure we respond appropriately. People always ask me why I take this so seriously. And people say, Tom Homan's a racist, Tom Homan's a national. Say whatever you want. I don't give a shit. Why do I care? I care because I stood in the back of a tractor trailer with 19 dead aliens that suffocated and baked to death, including a 5-year-old little boy that died in his father's arms. Throughout my career, I've seen tragedies, I've held dying children. I've seen dead aliens on the trail. I've talked to little girls as young as 9 years old that were raped multiple times by criminal cartels. They're animals. When you look into a little girl's eyes, 9 years old, and who had adults take everything innocent and pure from her, you look in those eyes, and those eyes have no life in them. Her life will never be the same. That's what pisses me off, because President Trump had us locked down. He had it locked down. And this administration came in and unlocked it. People die on the border every day. Women are sex trafficked in this country every day. That's why I'm pissed off. And that's why the best day of my life was President Trump getting reelected to save lives. A secure border saves lives. It isn't rocket science.
Now, I just said that, sis. That man is very passionate about what he's saying now. You know what I'm saying? What he experienced, what he's seen in his time as being what he does for a living, that he was retired. We got Nisimo.
Yeah. Hey sis, how you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself, sis? I had
I'm
walked away
good.
when you called me. I said, okay, she on live now, so I'll talk to her in a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
hmm
I was yeah. I'm just I don't think that Trump could have picked a better um
Yes, he needed to have someone that is just as passionate as he is about this country.
I'm
Absolutely.
telling you, because I was listening at his Tom's speech, and when he was talking about those kids and how they had been, at 9 years old, and the ages that these kids are being trafficked, I, oh,
It's sad. And
it's sad.
we got people like R. Kelly sitting in jail talking about sex trafficking. That is I mean, it's
And yeah, it's crazy, my brother,
it's
because I as
unconceivable.
is we cannot wrap our mind around it. And if you guys don't mind, I know you don't, but if someone is able to toward the end of this live get grown little boy, because he said some very interesting things last night on Keep Speaking, and he talked about how R. Kelly is not one. This man should never be looked at as someone that has gone out seeking little girls, because that's not what happened. You had parents going out seeking him, and they seek him based upon his illness. That's someone that really need to be locked up, because that's what I consider crazy. That's what I consider someone that really is considered to me illegal. That's illegal. You are
Mm-hmm.
considered to me an illegal immigrant. You should not be looked upon as a citizen, US citizen, because that's not what we're taught to do here in America. We don't seek people based upon their illness, based upon something that's that we can't do anything about their illness or whatever their illness may be. And Rob's illness was is his disability. So for someone to do that, that's crazy to me. And then when as you started this live, you talked about the the guys that, well, that was the second killing at the because there was another one that happened. It was one that happened the other day, and then there was another one that happened this morning. So that was the
Yeah,
second killing in New York. And so the mayor is now saying we need to punish these people on the state level and the federal level. But you got the governor, back to what you said, sis, saying no, we're just going to do it on the state level. Why are we now all of a sudden, people think about it now, all of a sudden we just want to prosecute these people on a state level?
exactly.
Because they know that at that point it takes away the power,
The authority.
the authority of President Trump being able
And
to
this
do
man
anything.
right here. And this man right here. Okay, so if we stick with it on a state level, this man right here can't come in and send this man back to which he come from. Okay, I asked the question in the chat. Now these are so-called Christians. These people are claiming to be Christians. Are you Christian when you obeying the law? Are you a Christian when you're disobeying the law? Because according to the word of God, he says that when you disobey government, because my word aligns with the ways of obeying, being obedient to the word of God, to the government. The government is saying you have to abide by the rules and regulations of the land. You got to obey the rules of the land, which is what the word of God says. You got to obey the rules of the land. So how is it that you're doing this to circumvent being obedient to the rules and regulations of the land? You're not above the law, government.
Exactly.
So then that too just goes to show you how they know in these certain, if we in these sanctuary, cities and in the states that's blue, that's their governor, and the governor, that's what Trump has, on a state level. He really don't have a whole lot of power, so he don't, unless he
He
gets
can't
a governor. Yeah,
he can't
go
he
ahead.
can't do really anything because he came in letting us know. And I hope a lot of people would really take heed to really, if y'all can share this live. It may not be coming across the way y'all think it should, but we're doing the best that we can with what we got. But I can assure you this here: if we don't wake up now as a people of color, we're going to find ourselves in a situation where we can never come back from. And we're seeing things that's happening that's not more or less against other race. Is going to happen in our race. This what we're seeing right now, we're going to start seeing more things happen in our race that's going to be totally out of our control.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
And sometimes it just makes you wonder.
Hmm.
Like it really just make you wonder, because I'm going back and thinking about this whole thing with the subway things or whatever. And people don't understand, like these illegal aliens, I feel like they, like we said, they're in sanctuaries, but they have a job to do. They didn't let these people out of prison for nothing. I
No,
just do
no.
feel like these people are uh they have a
They're
job.
brought
I just
in
feel like they
to
have a job
take
to do.
our place. They're brought
Yeah.
in literally to take our place. Why? Because we have fallen so far. And that's what I sent you earlier, my brother. You got strong, really, really strong supporters that they supported the Democratic Party based upon what we knew back in the day. Okay, these are high dollar supporters, people that saying, look, we're gonna back you financially because we support the legitimacy of the Democratic Party. But when you go so far left, you taking us out of the equation. We can no longer support you. This man literally stated in that live, y'all, that because y'all gone so far left, y'all sent me all the way out of here.
Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, and that's why I love, when Tom Homan come and he speak, because he's going to give a message directly to the local government officials, and he's not playing with them. He say, man, we coming, and I want to go on here and let him rock out right quick, and we gonna come back with some. And anytime, let me know, sis. And sis, if y'all want me to stop it and y'all add some commentary too.
Okay, we got you.
Okay.
We get fired up all over again. You Trump, Trump, Trump. That's right. President Trump's going to make this country safe again. President Trump's going to make our border great again. President Trump's going to decrease illegal migrant crime at unprecedented rates, because out of the gate, day one, we're going to focus on public safety threats and national security threats. They're first. They're coming first. And Trenda Agua, your days are numbered. My gang's bigger than your gang. And we're going to take you out of the country. We're going to port you out of here. Who do you think you are, coming to the greatest nation on earth and victimizing Americans in this country? Your days are numbered. You're number one on the list. MS-13, you're right behind them. To the sanctuary cities who want to attack me every day so you can put roadblocks up, you're not going to assist us. Shame on you. Shame on any elected representative.
Okay, this is the part I was looking for, where he's going to really go directly at the local officials like Brandon Johnson.
Any congressman, council person, any mayor, any governor who don't want to remove public safety threats from your community, and they're here illegally, that is your number one responsibility, is protect your communities. So if you're not going to do it, President Trump and ICE will. The mayor of Chicago, not a real bright guy, says Tom Homan isn't welcome in Chicago. Well, guess where Tom Homan's going to be day one? Chicago, Illinois.
And we gonna be right there with you, Tom.
That's what I'm talking about. Man, come
Mm-hmm.
on, Tom. Hey, it's Chicago Red. He gonna speak on them too. Where he ain't gonna say their name, but shout out to Jessica Jackson, Zoe, and Danny, and all the whole crew out in the city, man, holding it down at every council meeting. They really made some noise, and they actually, Tom Homan actually pulled up on them and kicked it with them.
And every church that's standing and fighting against them and fighting against what is right, I just say woe unto you, because there's going to be a day of reckoning.
Yeah. And shout out to Eddie. He said, with God, President Trump is going to make our country godly again. I know that's right.
That's right, Eddie. Kidding.
The people of Chicago have spoken. I went there a few weeks ago. The black community's upset. The whole community's upset because violent crime is up, and millions of dollars in public services are being given to people who are not supposed to be here. Meanwhile, the tax-paying community that is in a bad way because of the Biden administration's economic plans, they're getting robbed every day by giving millions of dollars to people not supposed to be here.
And that's facts, y'all.
Okay,
I know that for a fact. I got a friend that's there that she actually is on HGTV, and they just built a home for a family there in Chicago. Built it from the ground up, and mind y'all, the whole family is illegal.
wow.
Mm. So they building these homes as if they gonna be
But
here.
remember when we kept telling the people the money that she was saying was to build, for first time buyers, that was never for the American people. That was for the illegal immigrants.
But you notice how she said first generation.
Yes,
So it wouldn't have
yes.
applied to us because if my mom owned I wouldn't qualify. So that was for the migrants.
I don't
Yeah.
know why people misconstrue how she's saying what she's saying, because I mean, I have to give her credit now. She's a slick talker in her own way, but she got to come on a little extra early in the morning when it comes to me, baby.
Hmm. Well, she gonna have to come a little extra early with the way this country been the last 4 years. She gonna have to do
Exactly.
something.
Because I can assure you, it was not Joe Biden that was running this country.
No.
Yep.
Joe
And
Oh,
that's
Biden
me
took
and
a
bro was talking about that
downfall
the other day.
the day that Joe Biden took the oath, the inauguration, and I can assure y'all, right after that, Joe Biden was gone. Somebody slipped the Mickey in his drink, and he been gone ever since.
So
yeah.
I'm telling you, cause I'm telling y'all that man declined so
Fast.
fast. It was fast.
It was fat, and I'm telling y'all, I told y'all to go read on what that woman's mom, that place that they went, what they worked for in Canada. That I'm telling y'all better go read up on it.
hmm Yeah.
That's what they're known to do.
Mm, mm, mm. That's sad.
That's not the way it's supposed to be, folks. It's not okay to be in this country illegally. It's not okay to enter this country illegally. It's a crime to enter this country illegally. Now, let me continue to educate sanctuary cities. You want to not help? Fine. Shame on you. If you don't want to protect your communities, shame on you. But we're going to do it for you. You're not going to stop me. We're coming. So put up all the roadblocks you want, because we'll knock them down.
My brother.
And
Okay, do y'all remember when Joe Biden was campaigning? Joe Biden never campaigned on the fact that he was gonna tear that border down.
Never did.
He
Joe
sure did.
Biden, Joe Biden never campaigned on tearing no border down. Joe Biden pretty much campaigned pretty much on the same thing that Barack Obama ran on. All of a sudden, once he got in office, is when everything began to change, and
hmm
his whole speech about this, that, and the other began to change. And it was the president of Teamsters. He actually brought that out. He said we got to go back and revisit Joe Biden's initial campaign. He never campaigned on the things that actually took place during his presidency. That man, in his, he said not to take up for him, but in his honor, that man, he had some standards. It's a lot of things that people can put on him, but when it comes to standards, he had standards. And talking about the the agendas that's being pushed, that's never Joe Biden. Joe Biden never stood for any of that. Even when Barack Obama was pushing it, he never stood for that.
Mm-mm-mm. That go to show you that man, and they're coming out now that the election is over with, and they're confirming everything that you just said, sis. That there were actually his administration was, uh,
Yes.
it was three people in particular, three gentlemen in particular that were making the decisions for him. And I just don't understand how the country just knew. I mean, Kamala Harris in particular, you the vice
And
president.
that's why President Trump is going to have to hold her accountable, because she came out publicly and said nothing is his cognizance and everything is up to par. He's like his normal self. Is nothing wrong with him, when you knew there was something wrong with this man.
Hmm. He making decisions, well, whoever's making decisions that affects all of our lives, and he's not capable of doing so. So if he's
But
not
you
even,
And
notice,
he should have been gone when the moment he came in. That's when there should have been a call to the round table for the American people to decide whether or not they wanted to pursue him and continue on as president.
exactly. But
but you notice how sweet they was about it. Um, because if you knew that this man was declining, well, her being the vice president, that's no different than me being a manager. And if I go out sick, the assistant manager steps up, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a if I'm out for whatever reason, you have assistant manager. But again, you notice, so she wouldn't get the backlash of running the country. Everything was still off as if Joe was running the country. So
Exactly.
it was just like, for me, I'm like, that's a little strange. So the
And
three people,
he pointed out too, sis, how uh it okay, she called this man everything but his name when they was running for president. She called him a racist. She called him everything but his name. And
mhm.
that man pointed out he had no say in his vice president.
mm,
Wow. Hey, and then we was talking the other day about how Candace Owens, shout out to Candace Owens, and
Mm-hmm.
the fact that Kamala Harris was tied in with those cartels.
Cartels.
This get deep, man.
He
It,
said she was his words, his exact words. She was penciled in.
what was that? What was that agenda about? It make you wonder. And then she's the vice president. It just make you wonder. And we see how this country has been ran over the last 4 years with this man declining. And he wasn't declining like Amika said, and I got to give her credit for this, until he caught COVID that one time.
That one time.
After that,
That one time.
he was just totally different. After he just declined rapidly. Like you never seen nobody decline that rapidly.
I mean, soon as he caught COVID, I'm telling you, and I can attest to this here because I have had the vaccine, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's something in that vaccine that causes your whole body to feel a certain way. You don't feel like your normal self. You take all the vitamins and everything that you can possibly take, but I promise y'all, you tired all the time.
Yep.
You're literally tired. And everybody that I have communicated with that have taken any one of those vaccinations, and I'm saying it publicly, I don't believe we all got the same vaccine.
Mm-mm.
mm-hmm, yeah,
I agree.
I
And
agree.
it was mandated. People lost their jobs because they refused to take it. And
And I
I
was
mean,
going to Chicago, and because I was flying into Chicago, I could not fly unless I took that vaccination.
yeah, that's crazy. You can't travel, can't work unless you take something that you don't even have any research that you implement into our bloodstream. Like that's crazy.
What was so strange was the fact to me, like, why are you? I've never seen a mandate that has to be done on
A
something that you have a
worldwide mandate,
yeah.
worldwide, not no. not no countrywide or this is worldwide, where y'all shut the whole world down. And to be honest with you guys, there is still parts of the world that have not come back since the shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why were you forcing it? Why were you forcing people? Like, that was just kind of like off to me. Why are you forcing people to take something? You're forcing them,
And
basically
then
saying,
they was even forcing it even in the church. In order for you to sing in the choir, you couldn't even sing in the choir unless you've taken all these vaccines.
Mm-mm-mm.
What
mm-hmm,
God you serving?
Mm-mm-mm.
that's true.
It's true. Let me I'm gonna let Kyle Holman get his last little message out. You know, he was feeling himself. But he got the message to Brandon Johnson, and I think this resonated. And I think we're gonna see a change if Brandon Johnson come January 21st. Because
No,
he
we
got
ain't gonna see no change in Brandon Johnson because I told y'all what's his name is that Teamster president said it best too. He said as long as y'all we got what's his name uh funding these people, he's actually running things with these sanctuary cities. That's how this is going down. And that's why we're going to see more declining when it comes to our entertainers. He's taking these people out of here one by one.
yeah, because the way that they carrying on trying to defend something they know is illegal, it's like their life is on the line or something.
Ah,
Like
mm-hmm.
Pushing these agendas where men can play in women's sports and men can go in women bathrooms. This is ludicrous.
yeah. You mean to tell me I'm gonna risk prosecution from the federal government just to protect some illegal immigrants as a sitting mayor? That's insane. You know what I'm saying? To go up against the president, you just the mayor of one city. Like
And listen at this here. You just said something, Jeff. Listen, you got illegal immigrants, but y'all steady trying to push the agenda where men can go in women bathrooms, and then you got this crazy crackhead getting on the train, uh, and you don't. He may be pretending to be a woman or a trans or whatever the crap he want to be, pretending to be, and going in a woman's bathroom, burning everybody up. They don't
mhm.
think
There you
about
go.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And since you
Just
said
like, oh, go
go
ahead,
ahead,
bro.
go ahead, sir.
I was going to say, just like you have men that are predators that's just going as trans, and it's so easy to be able to just have act to do whatever, commit whatever crime you want to.
But you have to wonder, sis, are these people that way? And they setting these agendas for themselves?
hmm
Yeah,
Yeah, it's something. It is definitely something.
yeah. And this is the video, man. Shout out to a black conservative perspective. I love his commentary as well, and he talked about the issue as well with the NYC subway. The woman was burned alive on the subway, y'all. This is crazy.
Custody after a woman was set on fire and burned to death on a subway train. It doesn't sound real. Kelly Beeson is in the newsroom for us following the story. Kelly, so it was likely a woman who was homeless, sleeping on the train at the time.
Yeah, we definitely can confirm, Adrian, that she was in fact sleeping, but authorities are staying tight-lipped about her identity. Here's what we know so far. She was so badly burned, she had to be identified through dental records. This is an
Wow.
absolutely horrific story that unfolded Sunday morning, Adrian. Police have not released her identity again, but they have released a photo of the suspect who they now have in custody. A man who officials say arrived in the U.S. from Guatemala. This was back in 2018. He's 33 years old and was most recently living in a homeless shelter in New York City. Police say he lit the woman on fire using a lighter while riding the F train with her. She was apparently asleep at the time, adding that when the fire started, he got off the train and sat on the bench on the platform outside of the train car, watching her burn.
One of the most depraved crimes one person could possibly commit against another human being. And it took the life of an innocent New Yorker.
So officers at the station reportedly saw smoke and the victim in that train car fully engulfed in flames. The fire was put out. She was pronounced dead at the scene. And after photos of the suspect were released, 3 high school-aged New Yorkers called 911 saying they saw that suspect on another train car and reported him to authorities. He is again now in police custody. Those charges in this case are pending. Adrian.
All right,
I have a
guys, we got to
question,
follow
Jeff.
up on the bombshells.
Jeff, does it take an illegal immigrant to burn or what? How do they say it? Unalive a government official before they actually start doing something?
I'm trying to tell you, like, what does it take? And like you said when you came on earlier, when you first came on, this ain't the first, the second, or the third.
This
You
is
know what
I'm trying to tell y'all, and a lot of the stuff that's been happening on these trains, they've been trying to keep it hush hush, but
they have?
because you got now people with cell phones and other things that's showing it, they're like, no, we're not keeping this hush hush anymore.
Yeah. And what we were saying though, like, remember the situation with Daniel Penny,
Yes.
when he subdued somebody that was acting crazy on the subway. They wanted to pan it out to be something racial. Well, no, they was lucky that that man didn't take out 10, 12 people. We didn't know what he was capable of. You know what I'm
And they're
saying?
like when somebody said, one of the ladies said, why didn't you get your son some help? Why does it take now you want to sit up and have something to say when you knew your son had a mental problem or something was going on with your son, but it was okay for him to harm other people, but and you said nothing. But the only time you come out and said something, it was after this man was found not guilty. Then all of a sudden you got the person of Black Lives Matter wanting to come out and pump the people up to do this, that, and the other. And then you got Black National whatever he is. These people just come out here with the hoorah ray and pumping people up to do this and the other. When are y'all going to take a stand on the stuff that we have been crying out for? We told y'all we no longer want to accept this LGBT QRS nonsense being pushed on our babies. Y'all ain't said a word
at all. And the thing about it is, you know, this is a perfect example to know that this man entered the country illegally during Donald Trump's presidency and was deported.
And brought back when this man is about to come back into office.
Yeah, well, he came back because the border wide open. He like, oh shoot, they said the border open. I'm there. I'm in America. What you talking about? He came right back once he heard. Now, on top of that, we got all these crazy drones and all this stuff going on with China. Allegedly, we don't know who then came into this country. We don't know. We sit here and talk about Venezuelans and all that, but you got enemies of America all over this world. People
But Jeff, I forgot to mention this to you guys the other day. Okay, do y'all remember when Barack Obama was about to leave office, Trump was coming into office, and people were spotting drones then. And then all of a sudden we hear about COVID. Nobody seems to know where COVID come from.
That's what
Okay.
Larry said.
I'm trying to tell
Mhm.
y'all.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden, we got drones again. And
Yep.
now they
Mhm.
saying we got another strain of something about to hit
There
everywhere.
you go. And I just said that this morning. I said, you know what? So now it makes sense as to why ain't no telling what's been spraying from them
I'm
drones.
trying to
Because
tell
now you
y'all.
got people out here sick, and people now, the same symptoms of COVID,
Yes,
but they
ma'am.
say it's the bird flu now. That's what's
That's what
Mm.
they
so-called
want to
coming.
claim.
Hmm.
That's the bird flu.
But you got these drones low and flying everywhere. And then you got the government saying, don't touch them, leave them alone.
Mhm.
And we
If
don't know what
this
they
is
is.
not the most, baby, when I tell y'all God is sick and tired of this world, you can't make me believe he's not. He's sick and tired of this, the enemies of this world, because this is the enemy. Anybody that's a enemy of God is an enemy of mine.
Mhm.
Hmm. And you got to keep in mind too that these in you can tell now because the enemy don't want nothing brought about with God in it.
No, because if the
Nothing.
moment you mention the name Jesus, baby,
Hmm.
they ready to explode. And I'm sorry, bro, for saying the name on your channel, but I promise you, it's at the name of Jesus when these demons get to trembling and start doing stuff, and people channels start getting taken and all kinds of crazy, because these people are demonic and don't have no God on their side.
Hey, since you ain't never got
Hmm.
a job of saying that
I'm telling you, you
name.
already know how we roll up over here. We know who the head of our lives, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure. There.
These people are so freaking demonic. They've shown us. They say they're gonna show us by it's by the mark of the beast. And baby, let me tell you, they showing us exactly who they are. You don't
Mm.
have to go wonder and who are looking for. They showing you who they are, and some of them are in our own families.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
You looking for what you looking for? You looking at it right now. I promise y'all.
Yeah.
These people have gotten so far out of hand to where they don't care what they do, because that woman there said, you must be at the wrong rally. No, you are at the wrong rally. You need to be at the rally down the street, all because somebody mentioned the name Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Hmm.
I mean, the gravity of what you just said is what
Hmm.
people I don't think is resonating. You know what I'm saying? Like we really dodged a bullet. You know,
Huh.
we was on our way to hell in a handbasket. If that lady had got arrested, I'm not saying arrested, elected, and been running this country right now because she sat up there and told you we not rolling with God. We not rolling with Jesus. You you in the wrong country. Forget the wrong rally. You know,
And I'm
you
yeah, and I'm
And Joe
telling you, we.
and Donald Trump just suckered right back around and said, I'm glad you said that. I'm
mm-hmm,
glad you said that. So now I'm making it well aware to the world. In America, it's Merry Christmas.
Hmm.
mm-hmm.
Because
And
there is no Christmas without Christ.
right. And then he definitely doubled back and said this is what it's all about. The
This
birth
is
of
what it's all about. The birth
mm-hmm,
of Jesus Christ. He said, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Jesus' protection over my life because of what y'all was trying to do to me.
mm-hmm.
So see, y'all, we've been saying it for a long, but it's really people now can really see it transforming into this spiritual warfare. It's good
Yeah.
versus
It's
evil,
spiritual war.
and
It's a spiritual
it's
battle.
and you can see it, like you say, back, down to her not acknowledging Christ and telling them that she's at the wrong rate. Well, what she represents, look at her law, look at what they push, look at their agenda, look at what they, you know, uh the different laws and different things that's being pushed upon our nation. So it's one of the things what they're really just showing. It's good over here, and then it's evil over here, and it's the evil and the mighty powers of the evil, and they know how especially with children, in the minds of children, because
Yes,
when we
and
sit
they
here and think
had to
about
get
it.
the minds of our children.
Yeah.
This is where they had to go because they realize it starts at birth. And
Hmm.
that, and once you start working on the minds of the babies, then you got the
There
mind of
you
the
go.
country.
There you go, because the babies are our future. So the babies
Mhm.
one day will be running this
And
country.
mind you, you talking about somebody, two people, and I've always said this: first Oprah Winfrey, and now her. These are two people have no kids
Hmm.
whatsoever,
Mhm.
none.
But you know
So
what I
why am
always
I
feel?
listening to you about my children?
Hmm. But you know what I feel about those people? I feel that they have just compromised. Because I just looking back over Oprah, Oprah used to then be the Oprah that she is now. So it's what I'm saying is, like, she was born and raised in the church. Like she had, but again, I think once people get so Hollywood, and you get caught up in the demonicness of it, you know.
And to
Um,
be honest with
it-
you, sis, I'm glad you said that. Even though I'm gonna continue to fight for him, but I'm gonna fight for the injustice of the law. But I'm not gonna fight against the what he stand for. Because I remember when Jay-Z said, "Y'all believing in this Jesus, and I'm y'all Jesus." I'm like, "What the crap are you talking about, dude?"
Lord.
mhm. And see, now Jesus can show you who Jesus is, because he can
Huh?
bring you down, and he can put you in a position where any man can't. I'm just saying, because man can't do nothing without God.
Hmm.
He can't push anything, no matter how much he try and what he do. He does not have the authority over God.
Nope.
Hey, and over
So
here, voices for the voiceless. I think it's imperative that we, highlight that God is the centerpiece of our lives, and
that's
Hmm.
no
right.
and no man is above
No
the
man is above God, and not even Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's why God made him a little lower, and he made him where he needed him to be, so that we can look up to, because Jesus is our elder brother.
yeah.
Hmm.
He's our elder brother. So therefore, he had to get us because with us, we got to see it's all about pictures and something that we can tangibly touch to see.
Hmm.
So we,
Yep.
in order for us to see God is God alone. He's the beginning and the ending. He's the first and the last. He's from everlasting to everlasting. He's
Hmm.
everything that we need. So in order for you to get from point A to point B, you got to go through Jesus Christ, even in
Hmm.
order to get to God.
Mm.
There you go.
You
There
can't
you go.
bypass Jesus to get to God.
Jojo the
Hmm.
Ryan, what up, bro? Man, appreciate you sliding through. You say panel and chat. Hello, appreciate you, bro.
Hey, my
Hello,
brother.
Jojo.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's the whole thing right there about it. It's just, you know, it's a spiritual battle. It's been spiritual, and
It's a spiritual warfare, and
yeah,
and it's until we understand God is wanting all of our attention by any means necessary. We gonna get it because He's already told us it's at the name of Jesus that demons gonna tremble. And things are going to happen. And if you want things to be ye removed out of your life that's just making you feel a certain way about life, you just got to bow down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
But you can't bow down any kind of way. You can't come to God anyway. You can't just do what you want to do, how you want to do it, and believe that God is going to hear your cry, hear your prayer. That's not how it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
He said you got to believe in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. You gotta take off the old and put on the new. You gotta believe in the death, the burial, and resurrection of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ in order for God to even hear your cry, hear your prayer.
Mm-hmm. That's
Mhm.
true.
I don't know where this song come from. God hears a sinner's prayer. Hey, we're all sinners saved by grace through faith, but it's
Mm-hmm.
impossible to please God unless you have accepted Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior.
That's right.
That's our connection to the source, you know.
That's our
It.
only connection. I know people say there are many ways to God. No, there's only one way,
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
and that's Jesus Christ. There's only one way. You
Hey,
can do all of the extra. You can be a good person. You can do
Mm-hmm.
good, but that does not mean that you are connected to the connection.
That's right.
mm-hmm.
There's going to be a lot of good people going to hell.
Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, I want to go on here to pivot a little bit. Shout out to Beatrice coming through. Amen. Amen.
Hey,
Amen. Shout out to Chat With Me, Linda B. You know I love her
yes,
as well. And she kind of touched on, with the border side and everything. Like he did Tom Homan did a interview with Tucker Carlson, and they kind of got into a deep conversation here about what's going on at the border.
Now let's go into Tucker Carlson talking with Tom Homan.
So, seal the border, deport the illegals, find the missing children. 300,000.
Yes.
Let's go in order. Seal the border. What has happened? Do you have a sense now, over a month after Trump's victory, of just how big the invasion was under Biden? Do we know?
Well, we know that we can document over 10 million accounts, 10.5 that we can document. Then we can document over 2 million gotaways, right? These are known gotaways. What is a known gotaway? These are people we capture an image on drone video.
Is that in addition to the 10?
Yeah. So
at least 12 million people
have been encountered at a border. 10.5 been encountered. Over 2 we got it. We know they're a gotaway because there's
Okay, so he said it's 2 million. So y'all know I have to go there. So does that count for the funding that Fannie Willis, and I'm only speaking on one church in particular, that she gave, she made sure that funding was given to for a new birth, for they were supposed to be out supporting or helping the trafficking of children. They didn't say illegals, they just said children. Okay, so if y'all and they got some serious money. I ain't talking about no little money. I'm talking about some serious money. But we have yet to hear of any children that they have found of that funding went toward, that these children have come, that they went out into the highways and byways and the vineyards and gathered these children, that the money has gone toward to help assist these children be found and put back with their families. So does that count for that too?
It's so much corruption. It's so much cover-ups. So many backroom deals. I mean, so many smoke-filled rooms that decisions are being made at the expense of the taxpaying citizen.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. It's so much, and then we have to. And then on top of that, you want to make us force us to pay for people that don't even belong here legally.
Exactly.
That's why
So
Trump said
we're
that
funding.
That's why
Go ahead.
Trump said that we need it for the last up under this administration, we all the citizens need reparations because of
That's what
what
he
we've had
said.
to go through. Like y'all,
Thank
we
you.
have been the money that's been sent out to these different countries and taking care of aliens and all this other stuff. We was forced to do that. You didn't get we didn't have a choice on that. That was forcefully done, and that's why he said that we needed to get reparations for that. And he said too, with the when we was just talking about the mandate, how the military ones that was in the military that did not get the vaccine
Mm-hmm.
and they had to, they made them basically resign. They couldn't stay in the
Yes.
military. He said he was going to give them their jobs back and back pay them.
And back pay them.
Mm.
Yes. Yes. And then we that's not counting the families, y'all, that lost family members that was in the military.
Hmm.
There was family members. I mean, they lost their families because they took the vaccine, and we already knew the moment that you went in the hospital and they put you on that machine, that was it.
That was it. That
Hmm.
was it.
They had trucks and trucks and trucks and trucks loads of bodies.
But bodies.
Oh my God, help us, Jesus.
That's what Tom Homan was saying. Like, I seen little girls 9 years old. When you look in their eyes, you see the innocence been stolen from them due to a unsafe border, a unsecured border, just because they can be sex trafficked just to get here in America. Like, I mean, it's inconceivable, you know. And remember, when Kels was doing that interview with Gail King, he said
Yes.
they really are on change. They really are being,
and
locked down.
and true oh my God, I'm glad you said that, my brother, because I have to give him credit what credit's due. Shortly after that, I didn't even know Vi from Adam or Eve. Adam, no, nothing, but he did. That's when I started really looking at him, and he did a live, and he was following someone in Chicago, and there was literally, y'all hear me, and I think he still have it up. That was literally shortly after Rob did this live. A woman in a house, in abandoned house there in Chicago. Someone happened to walk by and hear this
Oh,
woman
I remember
hollering
that. I remember
in
that.
that house. And
Mhm.
y'all know they tried to play that down like it wasn't nothing.
That's
People
crazy.
try to play that down, but I'm not going to let new birth and no other birth get away with the fact that these people got funding, and there are so many other churches that got funding. You wondering why these other countries are fighting now? They're fighting because there was funding given to these ministries that was supposed to go in and help these countries to become better, do better. They went into these countries, did not do what they were supposed to do, kept the funding, don't know where the funding is at. So these people, these gang leaders are saying, no, get out of here and don't come back.
Mm, mm, mm.
Because y'all are not doing anything but exploiting our people, and y'all blaming it on the gangs. The same thing that was going on in Africa. You blaming it on the gangs, the men in Africa, but it was American people that was going in there raping, are these people in Africa, taking advantage of these people and leaving out of there like they've done nothing at all. We got some corrupt people in our country.
We do.
That's true. And a lot of this stuff, like you said, is being done through the big mega churches too.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They sitting here talking about I'm traveling here, I'm traveling there. Y'all do more traveling, but no souls are being saved. Everybody just as lost as they were when you was before you start traveling. Make it make sense. Nobody seems to understand that when God made Adam and Eve, he did not make Adam and Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
you see
But
what's
we
going
are
on.
confused. We got the voices for the voiceless. They're confused. You got Big Vow opinion. They're confused. You got provoked thoughts. They're confused. No, we're not confused.
Mm-hmm.
We see straight through the bull. Keep speaking. No, they're not confused. They see your bull. We're tired of being exploited and taken advantage of. We no longer want to pay taxes on things that we cannot tangibly see anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. They just been, man, and what's sad is when we go back and think about it, how bad the government has really just really exploited us as citizens. Like how they just have sat there and even on the wars and different things of that, just everything that we don't even know whether these wars were wars that were, well,
Well,
we know
real
they
war. Were they
instigated it.
really
They
real?
Hey, they
Were they
instigated the
really
wars,
real?
and we had to pay for everything. It's like, and now it's just to the point where now, like, you really going to force the American citizens? We already, people haven't even recovered from COVID. You understand? Like, that was a big, major, like that was detrimental to our country. Like, it really put us far behind with the children, being out of school and putting them behind in school, just everything. And
And
we
that's
still
not
haven't,
including the storms that y'all gonna
yeah.
only give us $750. And when we done lost everything, literally lost everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. But you tell us we only worth $750, and you thinking someone that is paid into this country, have paid taxes into this country. Only thing we're worth is $750, and we walk out of our house and we look at an illegal immigrant with a
That's
card
it.
with $13,000 on a car. Y'all got to be crazy smoking some good dope and dog food to think that we gonna sit back and accept this one more time. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
American
Because,
people have spoken in a
and that's why
mandate.
Trump said that we need reparations, y'all. I'm saying mentally,
He
this
said
have
we
really,
need rep. He said we
he
gotta
said
first
it.
get rid of the illegal immigrants now. We got, because we're not paying for nothing. No one that was not born and raised in America. And we can find out if you were or were not. If you were not, you get nothing. But everyone that was born and raised here in well, as the other group says, the foundational Black American, white American, Asian American, we got those. They deserve reparations, and I stand 10 toes down with that. We deserve
Mm-hmm.
reparations.
Mm-hmm.
We've gone through too much. We've
We sure
seen too
have.
much. And we got family members that have died because of the stress that
Mm-hmm.
they have gone through in this country.
Mm-hmm.
You have family members, having to not even have a proper burial for their family because they couldn't even be there during COVID when they passed away. They had to die alone. That is a mental, that really affects people's
And
mental
that
state.
doesn't give you
And
closure. That does
it
not give
doesn't
you
give you
closure.
closure because in the back of their mind, they wonder, well, I know they had a little cold, but they went home and didn't come back. It was just like, even down to just that, the state of mind that it puts people in. And it is. And then on top of that, you literally pile all these different laws on us after, because people are still recovering from COVID. You have long-term COVID effects, that has affected people. Just because they had COVID one time, you got people that have these long-term
Yes,
COVID headaches.
ongoing,
You have people that
ongoing.
have all these long-term side effects from COVID. So it's like, I don't think people understand the dynamic of how bad in the state of emergency that our country is in. We were already still in the state of emergency after COVID. Like it's just because they say COVID has ended, it hasn't. They're still pushing those
I'm
vaccines too.
telling you.
They're still pushing it. But on top of that, it's one of the things where now, the laws of men being in women's sports, the transition of children, and then you bringing, aliens in here and forcing us to take care of them to
And
the
this
point where these people,
gentrification and all of this craziness and
yep. And on top of that, you jacking things so high, taxes so high, where people are losing their properties and they can't afford it, and the migrants are benefiting from that. You understand? They're
yes.
able to go to get loans. They're able to go and get, start
They
their
don't
own
even have to get
businesses
a
here.
loan. They giving them money. They
Give them
telling them
money.
where to go. They literally telling them where to go and offer this amount of money to them. And you're looking like, how do you know me? You don't know me and I don't know you. So how do you know that I'm about to lose something? Because the government is sending them your way. So what kind of government? That's why y'all hear me say the law broke the law just to get a conviction. These people are this is what the devil, to me, this is where the devil lies.
Well, check this out, sis. Let me ask you a question. And as the title says, and I want everybody to ponder this thought. Illegal immigrants protested in California in front of ICE headquarters. That is the equivalent of somebody on the run from the police because of a crime that they committed and going in front of the police station and protesting with other criminals.
So no, I have a question. I have a question based upon your subject right there. And the reason why I can ask you this here, because I protest with you. So how would that have turned out if we had gone in front of ISIS protesting on behalf of Robert Sylvester Kelly?
Thank you. It wouldn't have turned out well. They would have came out there and arrested us. But how
would it turn? I'm going somewhere. How would it turn out? We protested in front of ISIS on behalf of Robert, and then. But I'm going somewhere. But then we joined January 6th protesting in front of ISIS. The real people that was really protesting, not the people that was portraying to be something that they were not. Because we do know that the people in January 6th was infiltrated.
But, and I'm happy you said that, because it's a multi-layered reality. Because why, on top of what you just said, why are these people feeling so emboldened that they can go in front of ICE and protest knowing that they are illegal? Like, what gave them the courage to do it? This administration has made them feel that they have some type of ownership in our country.
They got rights. They have rights. As American citizens, we have no rights.
Crazy. They felt
lock up R. Kelly based upon a freaking lie that somebody concoct up in their head because they want to get everything. They feel like that they entitled to everything this man worked for 30 years, but he get 30 years of prison sentence based upon a freaking lie.
Where's the democracy in that? And let me tell you something. I got a passport, I got a social security card, I got a birth certificate, a driver. I got everything that you need to substantiate my citizenship, but I would never go protest.
See, this is how dirty and how retarded our system is. Anton Daniel just showed a lady before I came on. I was looking at this here. Y'all probably seen it. A lady caught stealing in Walmart in Joliet, Chicago, Illinois, rather. This woman literally this shows you how ignorant some of us really are. This lady telling them, they're going through her purse. She said, That's my fake ID. That's my other fake ID. Huh? She said, yes, I use my IDs when I go to the bar or whatever. Okay, you got this administration and set it up where it's okay for these people to feel comfortable with going out getting fake. I ain't never had a fake ID. Never ever in my life had a fake ID. Neither have I even thought about getting a fake ID. But you justifying you stealing in Walmart. You're a worker. You work there. You stealing in Walmart. And not only are you stealing, you're telling the police you got fake IDs. That's the same with these illegal immigrants. I'm illegal here. And I'm going to protest because I want to remain illegal here.
Mm-hmm.
And ain't nothing ISIS and nobody else can do about it. But I asked the question to my sister last night, and I think you was on there. I asked the question, where are the real gangs? Where's the Crips and the Bloods?
Mm-hmm. Yep, you said that.
Yep, everybody that shit up here be out here killing each other. You know what I'm saying?
Where are you? Why aren't you at ISIS saying hell no?
Y'all about that life.
Y'all, hey, no, because we having flashbacks when y'all killed our brother Nipsey Hussle. When y'all killed our brother, y'all part of that. Y'all did that. Y'all set that up. Y'all are the same people.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But we rather just, of course, but like you said, they infiltrating in them gangs too. So
yes, they have joined, and what they did, they joined them. They all are in the same.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell one from the other.
And the government that put them in place to replace us.
There you go.
And so since they are all together, you're not gonna be able to tell the cartels from the
there you
y'all
go.
better ask somebody.
Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, you don't know who from China over here that know how to make nuclear weapons. Because the border wide open. We looking on television, you not just seeing Hispanic or Latinos, you seeing Chinese and Middle Eastern and European people coming across that border. They're like, oh, they got the border wide open. Okay, we finna go through Mexico, get up in there. It's insane the level of terroristic threats that are in this country that potentially,
That's why I don't understand at this point. Like, how could anybody still be hollering? And so I'm just saying, like, how could you even still, be so supportive of the downfall of our country? Like, I don't understand it.
That's why
like people were still supporting this lady and thinking because I'm like, oh my God, this just let me know the level of stupidity with the people. Like something is wrong.
Yeah. And it's a proper vetting process for a reason, for multiple reasons. It's not, and then they want to paint a narrative that someone is racist or someone is being divisive, or they want to be someone that separates. No, if anything, every country that is even the third world country that y'all think is beneath us subconsciously has some type of border control for security purposes, to protect their citizens. Because if you don't vet these people, you don't know. And then you have a situation where an innocent woman is sitting asleep on the subway on her way to wherever, work, home, whatever, and she gets blown up in a fire.
But you got a U.S. citizen, a literally law-abiding U.S. citizen, go and take a walk with his dog, and y'all kidnapped him like he is a illegal immigrant. And y'all think I support anything y'all are pushing? Y'all got life and bullcrap confused on every level.
Kidnap that man walking his dog, talking about the very thing that they are perpetuating. How much sex trafficking going on and human trafficking going on.
And how do we not know y'all didn't y'all didn't sexually molest and everything else him? He ain't told us everything. We ain't really heard from him. We don't know his true story, what has really happened. Because remember, when y'all kidnapped him, y'all did not let him go free and get a bond. Y'all have not yet. Y'all told Sean Diddy Combs that y'all told his attorneys y'all were gonna allow him to turn himself in, but y'all in turn took the very people that y'all should have been going after down there at ISIS, the people that's protesting in front of ISIS. Y'all took the very people and went and got this man and locked him up, and we ain't heard from him since. Another law-abiding citizen that because he had baby oil. You got crazy hoodwinked women, mad, disgusted, and busted men and women because they could not have what this man have. Y'all took their words to believe that this man is a criminal. He is running an enterprise based upon hearsay. You have no evidence of the truth. We read all of these cases. There's no evidence of the truth. But what we would never do is stand with the nonsense that you guys are pushing. And what y'all pushing now, we know if y'all can do it to two people that we have looked up to, kids looking up to, because they see them in the industry, in the music industry, see them doing good for themselves, making money, legitimate money, not sex trafficking nobody with their monies. Y'all have done the worst to us as American citizens. And y'all think that y'all are going to stop Donald Trump from getting in office on January 20th. Y'all got another thing coming. Because we know what you're doing. We know, we see, we don't just look at the pictures, y'all. We read. We comprehend. We one step ahead of the game. Because if y'all go that hard for some illegal aliens and don't go that hard for law-abiding American citizens, I don't know. Y'all went so hard on Donald Trump. Y'all wanted this man locked up for life. Y'all still want this man locked up, all because you can't have it your way. This ain't Burger King. That man have paid his dues. Robert Sylvester Kelly paid his dues. He paid into this country. Sean Diddy Combs paid into this country. Sean Carter paid into this country. Harvey Weinstein paid into this country. Just because you got a bitter woman that can't have it her way, that's going to run and say he raped me or he ordered me, y'all crazy. But y'all don't listen to us. We're criminals, but the illegal aliens aren't. That's burning up American citizens, killing American citizens in Central Park, just going and walking and doing what they normally do. We can't even live free in our own country. And when I heard y'all say they are coming into these no, they're coming into our red state, my red state. And yes, my red state, y'all got to get up out of here. You can't stay here. You got to go.
Well, see, that's the trickle down effect. Like y'all government ain't accepting it, but they end up going there anyway. So while people thinking just because Chicago, New York, Cali, and Colorado, accepted the sanctuary status or whatever, sanctuary status, that doesn't mean that these people ain't moving and grooving throughout the whole country. You know what I'm saying?
And they going everywhere. They are literally everywhere. Every parts of the United States, they are there.
Yeah.
And we don't know who is who and what's what.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got our own people. And that's what Tom is talking about. We got our own people that's harboring these people. That's holding these people in as y'all claim Rob was doing, had women all in basements when he didn't even have a basement. Now you do have people that's holding people in, having people in basements out in Chicago.
Okay, there you go.
But mind you, too, they were paying these people to do it. I mean, it was known. You could
Yes.
if you house a migrant, they were paying you like $9,000. So they were paying people to house.
Oh, I forgot about that. I'm happy you
Yeah.
said that. They sold
Mhm.
people like 9 bands just to take in a migrant or something they own.
And y'all do know where they come from, right? Y'all remember when Katrina hit, and they were paying people to take in people from Katrina because they didn't have enough place to house everybody. But see, remember, I'm gonna give y'all a big synopsis of this, of how this look and how this really worked. Okay, so last time I checked, New Orleans is part of the United States. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Why were they calling the people that lost their places to stay in New Orleans, calling them illegal immigrants? Calling American people illegal immigrants. But these are the same people that get mad when you call real illegal immigrants or illegal aliens who they really are. You have a problem with people calling them who they are, but when it comes to American citizens, we American people get mad because you calling them illegal immigrants or fugitives. These people are not fugitives.
What you think they would call us if we go into Canada or Mexico with wrong the proper? If we went and drove in the Mexico down the back road and they go through the border the right way, we went in.
They ain't gonna call us nothing. They gonna call us dead.
Exactly. They wouldn't even waste no time taking our life if we went into Mexico the wrong and improper way. These people come over here. You should be lucky that we calling you illegal instead of deceased.
Thank you. And they not even doing anything to you. They still giving you 3 meals a day that we gotta pay for. That's the problem we have. We don't want to pay that. We don't need to pay. We have a problem with paying that.
We got to stop being so soft about other people and what I mean. I'm empathetic, but I'm at the same time, we didn't have an option to flee America when it got bad. We didn't have an asylum to seek. We had to stand and fight for our rights to be American.
And asylum does not mean stay in America until your asylum have gone through. No, that means you're supposed to stay in your country.
And if you can stand out here in front of ICE in America and protest, then you can stand in your country and protest
and
for your
fight.
rights in your country.
Because you got the same ISIS we got. You got the same government. You got everything but go to your country and do that because we cannot afford you.
Exactly.
So the $1 million question is, for these people to be able to come and do this, as if when they came here, I don't know what type of deals was made with these people.
Some backyard
and I'm telling
deals was made.
It was some backdoor things that was done for these people to come over here and feel as though they are at home and they're not going anywhere.
And some of them, y'all, did not come in here and get money. Some came over here already with the money, with knowing where they were going. Some was flown in here. Y'all know this. Y'all, we seen this. They were flown in here on jets. We can't go. Where can we go on a jet for free?
So that goes to show you, or that tells you, if these people, they was begging these people to come over here, because what I'm saying is they were giving them $20,000 at the border to cross the border. Like, who wouldn't do that? That's why I'm like, these people, it's sad and it's bad because they're having to get like they haven't that, like, hey, we over here, but we was thinking we good when we get over here. The border was open for us to come. We got flights that we can book to come up over here, and it's like these people think, hey, we're
That's
at home.
why I said what I said. We got to hold our government accountable for everything that they have done. We don't want no amendment, nothing. We want these laws abolished.
Yep.
When y'all come up with these crazy laws talking about a RICO and all of this nonsense, we ain't seen no RICOs until y'all was able to put this RICO on Rob, and now all of a sudden y'all giving RICOs out like it's candy.
Yeah, that was the litmus test. That was the litmus.
But then y'all want me to feel sorry for Fannie Willis, for Kim Fox, for Kamala Harris, for Letitia James, and No Neck, whatever his name is up there in New York. Yeah, and don't let me forget Ann Donnelly. I don't feel sorry for none of you.
Not at all.
And under the sound of my voice, President Donald J. Trump, I pray that these names I just called, y'all do the thorough investigation on every last one of these criminals, and including Daryl Johnson, Brandon Johnson, who I think is cousins, because both of them heads split just alike. Get them.
I don't think people understand why we so passionate about this.
I don't think so either.
I think though they don't understand that they are being, used and abused by their own government. You know what
And
I'm
I
saying?
can't go after another race if I don't go after my own, because my own didn't deceive me. My own didn't just make me feel like that they had my back. My own has made me look like I am. I don't want to be a part of this. I don't even want to acknowledge this. Because I can't tell you to go after another race when my own race is the main ones that's doing more harm to me and my family than anyone.
Right.
And these are the people that's supposed to be standing up and having a voice, because we are not the ones at Capitol Hill. We can't go. We can go, but we're not there speaking up on our. And y'all are supposed to be speaking up on our behalf. I don't want y'all to speak ever for me, ever.
And the ones that they do have put in place that are paid activists and paid distractions that get up and they get in certain positions, but they end up just selling you out. They look like you, but they're not like you. They're not fighting for you. They're actually fighting against you.
And then get mad because you don't vote them back in or vote them in because you asking them, well, what have you done for me lately? Well, don't worry about that. You just vote. The way I say, you got to be crazy. You got to be smoking some good dope and dog food. I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. And my mom ain't raised no fool.
But that just goes to show you how conditioned they've had people for so long. People weren't really like in the you had some of us, but the majority was just not. And people just, oh well, because it's this, and they kept us with the racist racism going and all this other stuff, and just had us so
And Trump
blindsided
did this to
by
us. Trump,
things. And
like we didn't live in the Trump era. We wasn't living during the time. If I recall, I that's when we was protesting and didn't have no problem with protesting while Trump was president. Uh, Trump ain't never said stop protesting. I do recall Trump saying R. Kelly is a good man and he don't deserve this. And he was very limited on what he could and couldn't do because he knew then that y'all was trying to take his head off.
yeah,
But I don't want these people to ever think that I've sent them to no Capitol Hill and no other hill to speak up on my behalf. Anything I need said, I can say it for myself. I don't want them speaking for me. I don't need them speaking for me. And I promise y'all on everything I love, I would never ever go back that route again because I will not sell my soul to the devil like that. My soul belongs to God.
yep. I
And
don't
I'm
need
not
me
sitting
too
here saying
speaking for me
that
or nobody.
other races is good. They better than ours. No, I can only speak on the race that I am a part of.
Well, I can't tell you one thing. A lot of other races, they do stick together. I have
They
to say
stick
that.
together. And now
They do.
people, y'all act like if we don't vote the way you say vote, we not part of the family. Well, hell, I'm not part of the family then.
I know that's right. Cause
Mhm.
I vote off of policy and law, not off of no darn emotions.
And my interest for my family, and I'm saying it again and again and again. Drill, baby, drill.
Mhm.
And if
Absolutely.
you don't understand what that means, keep going to the grocery store. Keep voting the way y'all been voting. And we're going to see how that's going to work out for you.
They don't understand, like,
Mm-mm.
the way you vote affects the quality of your life.
And,
Uh,
and y'all, we have to make sure these people have to understand when we go up in there and we vote, and the local election is
It's more
more
important
important than
than
the
the
federal.
presidential
It
election.
is more
and,
important than the presidential.
and we see what's going on in Chicago. We see what Brandon Johnson and other mayors and governors alike are doing to the citizens. We see
And when you said sitting up here to my defund the police, you crazy as hell.
then this Negro got 200 police caravan intel for just him. Like
Mm-hmm.
in all this crime going on in the city, you got 200 of Chicago's finest following you around. Like you wasting the taxpayers' dollars.
Mm-hmm.
No, he ain't wasting it. He feel like he doing y'all. I'm sorry, we just gotta call it how it is. Gotta keep it real as real can be. He doing what every Negro do. I got mine. Y'all better figure out how to get y'all's.
Yeah,
Or he done did something that this Joker done did something, y'all, that ain't no way this man is going this hard for some people he don't even know that ain't even citizens here. And you know, you not really even thinking about or hearing the cries from the American citizens that voted you in
And
office.
them people
Like
can come down there. I mean, weekly, every week, like clockwork, telling you the same story, and we looking at you on the screen. You have no concern for your people that you are supposed to be representing. Your representation for them means dada.
Mm-mm.
mm-mm. Yeah,
And
but
that is the same way we saw Kim Fox with that look on her face, like, I don't care about nobody but me, mine, and that's it.
mm-hmm. And
Lock him up and throw away the key.
yeah,
Yeah.
we coming up on 2 hours and 5 minutes. We didn't want to be too long with this live. This probably be the last live of the year, due to the holidays and everything. So we wanted to make sure we made it happen, and it was very eventful. And as we coming into 2025, my bad, and January 20th can't get here fast enough. I do want to just say that I appreciate and I love everybody that came through. Both my sisters on the panel, Blessed Girl and Nisimo, for holding it down all the time that we go live and supporting the channel. And I feel as though not only supporting the channel, but are a part of the Voices for the Voices family. And we appreciate you all. You know what I'm saying? We got over 100 subscribers in this short span since I believe the end of August, beginning of September.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we had like 113 or something. Now, I mean, last time we chopped it up, it was like we were stuck at 60 something. So we over 100 now, and that's great. I appreciate it. A Child, love you too, A Child. We appreciate
Love
you.
you too, sweetheart.
Love you, sweetie.
Yeah.
And noobs, we love you. I love you. I love you. You know I love you.
Oh yeah.
Noob,
Shout out to Noob,
yeah.
homie.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Love you too,
Um,
Noobs.
something that y'all want to lead the people with, on a positive, but keep your head on the swivel note, going into 2025 into 2024. I mean, Cat Williams said it was gonna be the year of exposure, and he never lied.
Hmm. I know that's right. Well, I'll just say this, um, God is always the head and the source of my life, and going into 2025, if you haven't, you know, uh, received Christ into your heart, I just, recommend, if you're not, just pick up your word, get a little closer to God, because we in some trying times right now, and we just have to pray, keep each other uplifted in prayer, and just try to put out as much positive commentary as we can, and learn from each other and grow with each other. And I just pray that everyone have a prosperous new year and be safe, and just know the Voices for the Voices love and appreciate everyone that has subscribed, that tune in on a basis when we do go live. And we pray that you take something from the lives, that we when we do go live. We just want to just say thank you, and we appreciate you, and I appreciate you, bro, niece and Mo, just
Yes.
everybody. And I definitely love y'all, and I pray that everyone has a
Awesome.
prosperous health, health and wealth. I said this year, people can say wealth is wealth over health, but I'd rather have my health over wealth,
Yes.
and my knowledge
Yes.
and understanding and wisdom,
Yes.
because that can open up doors that money can't. So,
Absolutely.
uh, but yeah, that's what I want to just drop before we end the live. And I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all so much.
I love you too, sis. I love you too. Well, I just want to tell everybody to first let not your heart be troubled. Believe in God as and believe also in you. For in our Father's house is many mansions. Because if it wasn't so, He wouldn't have told us. But I can tell you this here: if you haven't accepted Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior in your life, now, what better time to do it than now? Because the next minute is not promised to any of us. And if we're waiting, I hear people say that we're going to wait. I'm going to wait till the next year uh, to start, my New Year's resolution. Why not start now, and make sure that your life is in line with the Holy One, the one that is going to keep you in perfect peace, because we don't know what the future holds. We don't know what the next minute holds, but we do know who holds the next minute and who holds our future. and that's Jesus Christ Himself who died for the remissions of our sins. But in that being said, if this channel is for you and you're getting something from this channel or any channel that you go on and you spend a lot of your time on, make sure they're pouring something back into you and you're not just uh giving and not receiving. Because if any time that something happens in your life, and because we see the way that the world is moving into the social media status where everything is moving towards social media. So if these channels that we're spending time on and they're giving you something that's hopeful, that's helpful for you, then that's where you need to start pouring, pouring some of your your time into, pouring some of your financials to, and making sure that you're helping them in wherever there's a need. But and making sure that you're going to receive something. So if, let's say for instance, if a crisis happened in your life, you can always go to your YouTube channel and tell your blogger or whoever that's hosting that channel about your situation, and they know how to go in prayer for you. But if they don't know how to go in prayer for you, then that may not be the channel for you to pour into, because you need to have a place where a safe place, a place that seems safe, that feels safe, and that you are feeling safe to go and share and confine in, because we're going to all go through some times where it's going to be up and down. But that blogger that you're pouring your time into and you're sharing with them what's going on with you, and they go in prayer with you, then they're giving you something and you giving them something. You're receiving something, and you're receiving and they're receiving. So that's where we want to start looking, because we see now mainstream media is not, that's not where we should be spending a lot of our times. They've been lying to us for years, many, many years. So why keep
Mm-hmm.
being lied to when if you're looking for different results and keep going to mainstream media, you're going to keep getting the same results, the lie after lie after lie. That's what you're going to keep getting. So start getting into something that's going to be more helpful and hopeful to you. And I'm hoping and praying that even on all of these channels, the ones that I where I go and participate with, that we can get more we're talking about the things of the world, but we got to talk more about the Savior of the world.
Mm-hmm.
We got to give God at least one time out of the week, and sharing and with the people about how to be a disciple, how we are disciples of Christ. And so that's what I'm looking forward to as far as 2025, because I got more years behind me than I do ahead of me. This past Christmas, my birthday was awesome. It was literally awesome because I spent time with my children, even though I didn't do anything, but I just had the opportunity to spend time with my children and my grandchildren. That to me is important. I never thought that I would be in my time of where just the small things like that are important to me. But
Mm-hmm.
the older we get, the more confined we get, the more seasoned we become, the more concerned about life we become. And that's what I hope that we get more in tune with. And our brother Muse, my brother, my brother, I I'm praying. That's all I can say is I'm praying. I'm praying.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, what you're dealing with, what you're going through, I've been there. And every holiday, it's a time for me. It's a tough time for me, but it's also a time of pray prayer and praise unto God, because it could have been me, but God didn't see fit for that to be. And so for this season, it's our brother Muse. We don't know what the next holiday, which is New Year's, we don't know what holds, what's going to stand in the gap for us next for the next holiday. But we do know right now it's our time to pour into our brother because he's poured into us
Mhm.
and he's shared in our lives in on so many occasions. And all I want to tell you, my brother, I am just a phone call away. I'm here when you need me, however you need me. I mean just that. I'm here. And I love everyone. There's no one in this world that can ever leave this world to say, I hate you. I don't hate
Mhm.
anyone because I'm going to see Jesus. I may despise your ways, the things that you do, but as far as me hating you as a person, I can't hate anyone because I
Mhm.
can't love Jesus Christ. I can't love God whom I never seen and hate my brother whom I see
There you
daily.
go.
I can't do that. So I have love for everyone because I'm gonna see Jesus for myself. And with that being said, pray for this channel. Keep this channel in prayer. Pray for Jeff. Pray for Blessed Girl. Pray for this channel to grow and prosper like God has never allowed it to prosper before. Because this channel says the voices for the voiceless. It literally means I am my brother's keeper.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's it, though.
That was beautiful, sis. That was beautiful, Nisha. I appreciate you. And
Yes.
A Child is, man, she's such a blessing to the channel in the chat. I appreciate her.
Yes.
We got to get her
Yes.
French. And Mika, we came together 5 years ago, and we told the story several times, and we came up with the title for this channel. Um,
Mhm.
and we just now started to manifest it into fruition. So I just appreciate Mika, my our relationship, Nisi. These are my sisters. You know what I'm saying, and we built the bond over the years, and it's just a beautiful thing for us to come here and
Yes.
fellowship. And like Nisi said, we got to do more speaking in respects to in and God, you know what I'm saying, and Jesus, and lifting up, because we going through times where people are going to have to get closer to God right now.
Mhm.
And it's gonna get worse before it get better.
Hmm.
So we're gonna need each other as crutches to lean on. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate y'all. I love y'all, and
Love you too, my brother.
Love you too, bro.
we gonna
Love you too, sis, and everybody in the
Love you.
chat.
Love you, baby.
God willing, and the creek don't rise. We gonna
Say
be
that
live
again.
again in 2025.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Yep.
that's my grandmother saying, and the creek don't rise. Lord have mercy.
Bro
Oh,
got an old soul
he
over
got
there.
a whole soul. Yes, he does. Listen, my brother and sister. Listen, I pulled this up. It says seven. It says seven spiritual practices for the new year. I'm not going to read all of the things, but I'm just going to give you the seven spiritual practices. And it says practice gratitude, cultivate wonder, make room for Sabbath, mm, ask great questions, be uniquely you, notice God, share the
Mhm.
journey. Notice God and share the journey. Those are the seven practices for the new year that we should kind of strive
Mhm.
and pour into and look forward. Just kind of do some research on those. Yes.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I agree. So
Definitely.
yeah. Yep. So we going I guess go ahead and end this live, and we thank everybody for coming in, dropping by, and again, I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a happy holiday.
Same to you, sweetie. And all of these illegal immigrants, I'm sorry. You know, we love you guys as a people. We hate you going through what you're dealing with, but y'all ain't got to go home, but y'all got to get up out of here. And I suggest that y'all take heed to what some of the others has already started doing. Some of them have already started to make that move. So y'all need to make that move right now, baby.
Hey, they planning their escape already. They a lot of them they got the memo. You know what I'm saying? So they go on ahead and they
And
know
they
where.
could take Brandon Johnson with them. So yeah,
Yeah,
gone
and
over
go and stop
Oh,
in Georgia and get Fanny, and then y'all can come back to Chicago and get Kim, and then go on back down to New York on y'all way out and get Letitia and Big No Neck, and then come on back to Chicago, because we know y'all gonna come back. You're gonna take a U-turn back, come on back, and then come and get the other Johnson. He roaming around there somewhere. Get him too,
there.
and then go on out to California, and y'all on y'all way out. And y'all can
Governors and
get
all them.
Kamala
Bye.
and the governor
hey,
and
sis,
whoever else holding y'all down, and take y'all journey on the way. And then y'all can start your own little country.
did you
And
say
that's our hey bro, that's our New Year's resolution.
hey, hey, our New Year's resolution is to spin a block on them. Spin a block.
We don't let y'all come back. We let y'all go down the street. We let y'all come. Y'all don't went to how many states did y'all go to? Y'all went to several different states, and then we still can let y'all come back and go all the way back
Y'all know
on
with
out
the
to
Disney
California.
World and everywhere.
Hey,
Bye.
y'all done been everywhere. So all we ask y'all to do is just take y'all little journey on down the road, and cause I'm telling y'all right now, I'm gonna be working with Tom Holman. I'm gonna come out of retirement to work with this man, because y'all get up out of here. Y'all ain't got to go home, but y'all gonna get up out of here.
That's
Mm-hmm.
indeed, yes, indeed. And peace, once again, A-Child say she loved the intro, and I love the fact that she loved the intro. So just for today, I haven't done this yet. As we outro, I'm going to play the entire um video,
Okay. Okay.
Voices for the Voiceless song. So on that note, we're gonna go ahead and end it. I appreciate and love everybody, and a special tribute to H-Child. She's been showing so much support in the chat. So I want to give her the entire song. So yeah, you're welcome. And I'm gonna do that, load that up right now. And on that note, man, y'all want to say y'all goodbyes, and we gonna tap
Happy
in.
New Year. Happy
Happy
New
New Year.
Year.
Happy New Year.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So let me load that up. And this is the entire song, by the way. It's just a verse and a hook. Uh-huh. Voices for the voiceless. Yeah. Yeah. It's the voices for the voiceless. Different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. We speak truth to power and injustice. MJ said they don't really care about us. Forget the media and everything they say about us. They fed us lies and propaganda just to pacify us. We here to set the record straight and bring the culture balance. Too often the narrative one-sided, and way too often society closed-minded. Gotta see between the lines, look beyond the surface. Dig deep within yourself, recognize your purpose. Mass media manipulation, what we facing. Telling lies to our vision on these news stations. We need a platform where truth is not compromised. Voices for the voiceless. I say the name with pride. The revolution televised when we going live. Hit that bell button, like, share, and subscribe. The revolution televised when we going live. Hit that bell button, like, share, and subscribe. Voices for the voiceless. Voices for the voiceless. Voices for the voiceless. Okay. Voices for the voiceless. Yeah, so that's the entire intro. So I played
That's
it for the
nice. I
purpose
like
time.
that. That's nice.
Yeah, yeah. So I wanted to do that for HR because she always say, "Man, I love the intro, I love the intro." So I wanted to make sure I go ahead and do that for HR. She say the best intro out here on the YouTube streets.
That's what I'm talking about, y'all.
You welcome. You welcome. Very welcome. Appreciate you. But yeah, y'all, man, it's been a great live. I enjoyed it. I don't know what else to say. We're gonna continue to keep Kels in our prayers, free R. Kelly till his back was
Diddy and Jay-Z, all of them.
Yes.
Leave Diddy
Yes.
alone, leave Jay-Z alone, leave Bill
And
Cosby
stop
alone.
going after Jay-Z and that man, leave that man alone. He was y'all in Houston. He was in Houston. They was in a suite at the game. Him and his family and mother-in-law and everybody. Um and they was doing them, and I'm just praying. Y'all don't understand. When I say I love my black men, I really do. I want nothing but the best for my black men, period. I don't want nothing to ever happen to them because I realize that with them, it's not much we can do as a black race, and we need them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And but once again, man, my prayers are with Brother Muse and his family and everything they're going through. I understand when the matriarch of the family passes, you see a lot of people's true colors in the family. And even though I went through something similar when my grandmother passed, I can say today that all is forgiven with my family members, and God stepped in and blessed all of our hearts to be able to move past that, which was a ugly time. And a lot of time people be so caught up in trying to come up money and greed and all that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I just pray that they get past that. And it's family realizes that we are worth more than anything monetary to gain. And I pray for Muse and his family that they get past that situation. And it's hard.
And I'll say this here: sometimes you can get past some things, and sometimes you can just move accordingly, because it doesn't all the times work out the way we would desire for it to, but we just try to live according to the way God desired for us to. And because I can honestly say I have gone through with the passing of my dad, my sister, and then my mom. It didn't. I thought it would have gotten easier, but it haven't, with the family, but it haven't. But hey, I'm still trusting in God in the process. But I know you can get through it because you're a strong soldier, my brother. And the
Absolutely.
devil gonna come at you extra hard because of who you are and whose you are.
Absolutely.
And we over here will be standing in the gap for you too, Brother Muse,
Yes,
because I
because
know.
you're our family. You are our family.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. I appreciate it. I got to get in traffic right quick, but hey, you already know I probably
That
drop a
ain't no
couple
traffic.
videos before the new year, but this probably be the last live. You know what I'm saying? Until maybe the second. You know what I'm saying, and then we can go and tap back in. But I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Until the next time. Hey, we out.
Okay, bye bye.